Where am I? Hello. We're gonna wait just a few minutes because we had one, two, three. We're kind of waiting for two more people to zoom in with us. But welcome on this rainy Seattle day to our TeleCafe. We're so glad you joined us. My goodness, I looked at the calendar last night and thought, uh-oh, I better start Christmas shopping. I haven't done any. So I don't know if anyone else is.
Overnight is for.
I know, but as my old youngest son informed me, Mom, everybody's been on Amazon. Things are not in stock. I said, well, I better get going. I've got my kit right here. Oh, I love this cafe. It's really great.
Well, and again, I'm just going with what I had at home. So whatever you get is.
You're just amazing. We're lucky that Kathy was able to reschedule. Last week we had to cancel because we did close the center down for a deep cleaning. And we had a folk singing duo scheduled for today, and we are going to reschedule them with the new year. They do several programs, and so you can watch the Shoreline News in our website and Facebook as to when Birgit and Philip will be joining us in 2021. But in the meantime, we have our favorite paper crafting artist with us today with several very fun projects to work on this rainy afternoon. It just will be great. I also want to share, since we're going to wait maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, because a lot of times we have a few people tune in just a little bit late, that this will be our last Zoom cafe for this year. The TeleCafe has been really fun. We've had a lot of different guests come and give us information and chat with us. And we hope that in the new year that we'll be offering the same kind of wonderful guests with new topics. So, as they say on the old television, stay tuned. And we'll be getting information out as soon as we have January booked. Kathy, I imagine you're all ready for the holidays. Yes?
I'm as ready as I'll be. I actually work through the holidays. And of course, I can't get together with my family because we don't live in the same home. So I put up some decorations outside, and I've made some Christmas candy. So I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Yeah. I actually put up our tree. We have an artificial tree, and I put it up Thanksgiving weekend, but didn't start decorating it till about a week ago. It's a very different holiday for a very different year. And we're hoping that next year will prove to be a much better year for everyone.
I think it should be. I'm getting my COVID shot on Friday.
Are you?
Vaccination, yeah.
All right. Well, you work in the healthcare industry, so
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting that it's available. And hopefully the rest of us will be able to get our vaccination soon as well.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and get started?
Okay.
Kathy, because you have such fun projects and we don't want to run short on time.
Well, I know I have put together multiples of each project, which we can just do one and you can do the others on your own also.
Great.
So the sheet right here is just kind of a key to where you might score things or cut things, just in case you need that. And then I want to start with the round pieces. And they're going to be, the finished product is going to be, you know, these that you can put things, they could be ornaments, they can be gift tags, whatever. So this is the finished product. So what we're going to start with.
Could you hold up the finished project to the camera to your right? There you go. That's great.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you notice, they're all a little bit different. So it's kind of a thing where you have to decide which color you want in the back and which color you want in the front. So I'm going to choose a white front because it's easier for you guys to see. And I'll do a green back. But you guys can decide whatever you want. You've got all this to choose from. So the white one, the front one, we need to cut or trim or tear. So if you don't have scissors, you can just tear it right across there, and then it'll fit right on there. So I'll just tear it about that far down. Whoops. Sorry, about that, about that far down. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. And you'll just set that one aside. And then this one's going to go on top. And we've got, this is probably not what I would normally use because it doesn't dry quite as fast as what I normally use, but those bottles are expensive. So So these are just Elmer's glue, kid school glue. So you can feel like a kid again. And you just pull the cap off, and it has a little thing dispenser there. And so you'll just want to go around the edge with a light beading of glue, just like that. And then you'll just turn it over and lay it on top of your backing sheet. Kind of rub it down a little bit. And I wanted to do this first to give the glue a time to dry. So I'll do another one just to get them drying. So I'll cut this one. But see, on this one, I used pinking shears, which I know you're not supposed to ever use pinking shears on paper, but I break that rule all the time. Little glue. And lay it down. And it might not cover exactly. For some reason, these die cut pieces don't always get exactly. So right there, you can see it's not quite, what were you gonna say, Donna?
Are you gluing the whole
Just
piece?
The whole, yeah, but just around the edges of the whole.
Edge. Got it.
Yeah.
I missed that part. This reminds me of school. I missed that part.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I have two of those there. And then you have bags of stuff. So there was, in one of the bags, there was these things, stars and snowflakes. And then these squirrely things, pieces of paper. So you can decide what you want to do across here for decorations. And these are cute by themselves. They're also cute. They weave together just like you would do a braid. So you can just twist them together, just over the top. Yeah, so you can choose to make a braid and put it across, which is what I did on this one, or a single one, or stars or snowflakes. I just kind of included stuff I had around my house, so you could decide what kind of decorations you wanted on the ornaments. And then for these, I might do a glue dot instead, just like put the little glue dot on there, and you pull off the pull off very good. Stick the glue dot on there as hard as you can, and then the glue dot will stay on there, and you'll just pull that little tab off, and you can put, I like that. You can put the stars wherever you want. And there's the glue dots. I have two different size glue dots I included this time. So the smaller ones would work better, of course, on the smaller stars and smaller pieces, whatever. And might take a couple of these smaller glue dots to put on these little braided things. And put them across here. It's kind of a do what you feel like. These ones, it would be best, I suppose, to have scissors to trim them the right size, but you can tear them if you don't have scissors. Paper tears pretty easily. And I'll just put a couple more. How are you doing? Doing good?
Good. So cool.
So yeah, this is just, you kind of get to choose what you do or how you decorate these things, which makes it kind of fun.
This is what I've done.
Oh.
I like the braided thing.
Huh?
Just a minute. I like the braided thing.
Oh yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, and you can turn the green ones upside down or I guess they're both white on the other side, so you could actually triple braid.
I tried that, but it didn't work.
Oh.
It's too complicated.
Yeah.
But I like what I did here.
Yeah. Yeah, it would work. It just takes a few minutes to figure out what exactly you're doing. And then for these, the only other step is to pick some ribbon from your little bag of ribbons. And then I didn't punch holes in this, so I'm just going to use the end of the scissors or the pencil or something to put a hole in them to add a ribbon if you want to. And you don't have to add a ribbon. I mean, you might want to just make it a package topper and stick it on like that. Or you can add a ribbon there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can put both ends of the ribbon into your hole and tie a knot in the back so it's like that. Or you can loop that through so that it's like that if you're going to use it for a package topper. But if you're going to use it to hang, then you'd have to put another knot up here to make it hang. So again, it's whatever you want to do. And these are nice because you can put things in them. You can put a tea bag in there or wet wipes.
Yeah, hold it up to the camera over your right shoulder when you put it in. Yeah.
Okay.
There, it's easier to see. Thank you.
Yeah, so
That's great.
Yeah, chicken bouillon. I just went and found things that I have. A Band-Aid for your clumsy friends, or alcohol pads, or lens wipes, These candies seem a little bit big to fit in there, but I guess they would. Yeah. Or candy cane. So they're kind of multi-purpose as ornaments or gift tags. And then you just get creative with all of these. And if you choose, you could actually turn this upside down and make it look like a snow globe. Glue this onto the back of there, and you have a snow globe. So that's the first project. Oops.
Anybody want to share what theirs turned out looking like? Mine's not quite done.
Okay. You still with me?
I'm right. Yep.
We're here. I don't think we can show you though, because we got with the spotlight on the way it is.
Okay, not a problem. Just want to make sure that you're, able to follow along. I'm not the best teacher in the world.
You're doing great.
So, along the same lines, we had this packet that has a bunch of squares. Oh yeah, see, you did it at top and bottom. That's cute.
Thank you.
Can you see? So here's mine.
Oh,
Hold it up
up again.
Higher?
a little higher. Oh, that's cute.
It's really cute.
What'd you put in it?
It's a wet wipe.
I love it.
Yeah, I kind of just included whatever I could come across. I'm making actually my, I'm not making Christmas cards this year, I'm making New Year's cards. And the base is kind of be like this, but I'm putting lens wipes in here. And then I'm gonna say something about, can't wait to see you.
Oh, look how clever.
So yeah, those are gonna be my New Year's cards this year. So I had to buy a bunch of lens wipes. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is the square one. So you've got squares in the bag, and I don't know what it's all in the bag.
Is it this one?
Yes.
the
No,
Rectangle? Oh, this one?
it has, maybe, yes, it has square pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So again, I did multiples so you could decide, and you can make more than one. And this one will include a little bit of wrapping paper. So this is what it's going to look like. Same idea as that ornament, but it's just a different shape, and it uses different materials. So you're going to pick whatever color you want for your back out of these. And then you've got some tags, I think, in there. So you'll just pick whatever color you want your tag on the top to be, and this piece. And then you'll have to choose a piece of wrapping paper. And I think I'll choose one. So, so I know that the penguins look kind of cute there, or you can use, you can use obviously any of the wrapping paper included. So I'm going to, I have scissors. I don't know if you have scissors or not. So you can tear if you don't have any scissors the wrapping paper to fit, it's good to be kind of as far close to the edges as you can without going over. But it would be cute with, you know, any of the papers, really. So you'll want to, kind of doesn't matter how high up it goes because this will cover the very top. And again, the glue to just around the the two sides and the bottom. You don't want to do anything on the top. Because again, the top will be open for you to put something in if you want to. And if you were given, you know, gift cards would fit in there really well, or even cash for young ones that like money. And then you'll just want to lay it down on your paper here. Oh, I messed that up. Actually, I wasn't thinking. It can't go all the way to the top because I need to put my, well, this one has to because I glued it. But you only want it to go down there because you want to have an opening for your, unless you don't want to put anything in it, an opening for a gift card or a piece of candy or whatever. Kind of like, you know, like this one. But I messed it up. So don't do it like I did it. Maybe I'll put another piece of this on the top. Do it right. And again, it can still be cut or torn, cut with fancy scissors if you have them, all kinds of things. So you would have to pretend that I didn't already put that layer because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So there we are. And again, I prefer a different kind of glue, but we don't have that handy. So I'm going to make a white top of the box or top of the package. So just a little bit of glue. Down here. And then this time, these are going to be your hangers. And I already punched holes in a whole bunch of them for you. And then you just are going to glue that. But this can go up, you know, you can glue it a little higher too, because it's going to be hiding under there. So it'll be holding something up. So just put that on top there.
And can you hold that up? Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Cute.
And then again, we just have the whole ribbon thing going on. And you'll notice you just have an array of ribbon. We just went through all the ribbons we had and chopped them up. And then you decide, again, how you want to do the ribbon. Put it through You put it through like that and just tie a knot at the top. Just tie a knot at the bottom, loop it through. There's just all kinds of ways to, or just tie it so that it's there and you have this, so you're not going to hang it, you're just going to put it on a package. So yeah, you just decide what you want to do with your ribbon to make it stay on there. This time I'll do that. And these again can hold, these are actually, looks like they're maybe easier for these wider tees and stuff, but yeah, so, and it's just, so I put a bunch of them in there so you know, in your own time, you can make a bunch of them if you want. But that's that one. Just don't do like I did and glue that all the way down.
So can you hold those both up close to the camera? Cute.
Yeah, so this one wouldn't have had that in the background because that's where I messed up.
Okay.
I mean, and you don't have to tuck anything in them. If you don't want to tuck anything in them, then it could go all the way to the top. But yeah, so these can hang on a tree. They can be package toppers. They could be.
You could put a gift card.
Yeah, gift cards are
card,
perfect for those.
or even a $5 bill.
Yeah, I want those ones. So yeah, that's what these are. And then you have a bunch of extra pieces to do. And you can all, you know, you can, all these pieces are intermixable.
Yeah.
The wrapping paper and the, you know, you could have used these to go across the top, up across the package, or, you know, you could put this just across here. You could put them across here to decorate them up. Then, okay. And what else do we have? And these are some other little ideas that I came up with, or well, I didn't come up with all of them, but if you wanted, this is just a toilet paper roll in here, and then we just put wrapping paper around it, put the packet, something in there, candy or money or little trinkets, and just tie up the ends. So they're really simple, really, but kind of cute. They could be place settings. You could put them across the dinner table. Well, if you're going to get together with people. Me, no. But anyhow, I thought that was kind of a fun little thing. And then let's do these cards next. So get out your card. Whatever card package.
Is it this one?
Yes. Does have cards and envelopes.
Okay, this is the one we're going to be working on.
Yeah,
Great.
The cards and envelopes. Yeah.
All right.
And I chose to make these, create these cards because those are regular envelopes that most people have. You know, instead of a special size envelope. And these, well, I didn't put any ribbon on this one yet, but the finished product is just something really simple. And you can write something up here, or you can, you know, again, you can use this, or use more paper, or leave it blank. So this is just, again, you would choose some paper to go on here. And this actually does have about the size. Whoops, that's not it. Oh, maybe that's the one thing I forgot. I guess that square size is one thing I forgot to put on that piece of paper. But yeah, you can kind of lay a piece of paper on there and see what size you want. And if you have scissors, yeah, so these are all your wrapping papers but you can, you have your own at home or whatever. And what I actually did was I brought a piece of birthday paper instead of the Christmas paper that I made the samples out of. I think I'm going to tear it. And you just kind of figure out where you want it. Tear it. And that'll fit, and it'll still have the word celebrate. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you get your paper and decide which paper you want and have it fit within this space. It doesn't have to be exactly, it can be, however you want it. And again, handy dandy Elmer's Kids glue around. And this one can be glued all the way down. So you can have glue all the way around it. And just glue it down where you would like it. I guess square cut with scissors kind of makes it a little more package-like. And then I know that there's a whole bunch of different pieces of this in your thing. So you'll want to just put some glue on this. And kind of lay it across the top. That. And then it comes to deciding on ribbon for the top of the package. And all I did was just cut little lengths and then tied one around the middle of them. So that's all you would need to do is just pick some ribbon.
Oh, there's a card. Okay. Well, that was a card too. Duh.
Kind of pick out how much ribbon you might want. And you could, if you made it longer, you could like pull it and curl it like I grew up doing. But you would just cut it a little bit longer to do that. So I just grabbed a bunch of colors, whatever, and I'll just kind of hold it together for a second, but just tie it in a piece of ribbon. Which sometimes it's better if you have somebody to help you, but get that knot going. But it also slides. And this ribbon doesn't curl like it did when I was a kid.
No, I think it's different.
So you say you could curl some of the ribbons if you wanted, if your ribbon did curl. And then for these, I actually would take one of the smaller glue dots, or maybe even two of them. Take the space where you have the most flat space and just put a glue dot there. And put it right there. So you have a fun little card. And you could write, you know, Mary, if your handwriting was anything, mine is not. Mine is terrible. But you could write a little message on there, and then you've got a nice little card.
Here's what I did. I did the
Oh,
snowflake thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually done a lot of different things with the cards. I'll show you some of the other cards I've done.
Yes, show us some of the things you've
So
done.
I did, I used half of one of those, or most of one of those circles and put it on this card with some stars, and then tuck T into it. So, and then I did some of the wrapping paper like that, and then I got lazy and didn't do anything else to it. But I left this part open so I can tuck something in there, like even a big candy cane or something. And then you can also, you know, decorate this up by putting other decorations or stars or whatever on it. This was another birthday card I did. And these are all wrapping paper and ribbons. And
Can you hold it up a little bit closer to the camera?
so this one, but I don't think I can mail it because of this silly button I put on there.
Oh, cute.
And then I did this one, another more generic, you know, it's just got the star wrapping paper, and this is ribbon that I cut. So that's really simple. Another just, you know, just a simple card. I did this one with a tree that's been die cut out. And here's another one with just circles and wrapping paper and squares and stars. And
Did you get your propane tanks full?
pardon?
Did you get your propane tanks done?
Yeah, I thought super.
Oh, you must not be talking to us. And these I thought were really, really fun. I literally took note paper and wrote
Got
a
me
message
some-
on it.
What?
Oh.
Okay, we're just going to ask the participants to mute. Can you mute your screen? Thank you. There we go.
I got him, Donna.
All right.
Yeah, and then another one I just did, and this is literally notebook paper. And I wrote my own message. So you don't have to have any fancy tools at home. I used, felt pen. Sometimes I use crayon too. So those are some of the other cards I've made with just pieces that we have laying around. And, oh, we have 2 more projects, goodness. Are we doing okay on time? So
Yeah, we're
now
fine.
you should have an envelope with a bunch of pieces about this size. There's not much else in it. There's some circles, I think. But I think everything else might be in the generic thingies.
It looks like this.
Yes. And I think, I don't know, has that got a pencil and a popsicle stick? You have a pencil and a popsicle stick somewhere.
It's in this smaller packet.
You'll want your pencil and your popsicle stick. The thicker of the popsicle sticks.
Oh, I had the wrong package. It's this one.
Well, that package has your tools in it. Like that has the glue sticks.
Yep. Oh, so is it this one?
So it has these. I think you're right. You were right the first time.
Okay, this.
Yeah. And it's got a
And-
couple of circles in it. Yeah. But
Okay,
you'll
and
need to
then
take out the pencil and the popsicle stick
got it
because we use these. These are
from
tools.
this.
I think you had a, yeah. Yeah. And that's where your glue dots are.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So you just, I tried, yeah.
Good.
So, and this one, you might want your piece of paper if you have it handy. Oops. And oh, I guess my sister did start one. My sister helped me package these up. So the one of them, I think it's a green one on the top maybe, actually has score lines in it. But the other ones don't. So what you'll want to do is do some with your own score lines, and you can use the, these don't seem like they're in the right spot. No, they're not exactly. So your piece of paper, this one here right to the left of your circle, has score lines on it. And so what you're going to want to do is lay whatever color you want to use on the top of that and take your popsicle stick, this is your straight edge, and line it up so that this is now your scoring tool. So you don't want it to write. You want to make sure that it doesn't have any lead out. If it does, it's not that big of a deal. But and so this, and then you just take it and run it down, straight down your popsicle stick. And that's just going to put a score line in your paper so that it's easier to fold. And you'll do that on both of these score lines. You'll just run the pencil down your popsicle stick. These are technical terms. And then that gives you the two score lines so that when you fold it, it folds easier and on those lines with that little score marks in it, or little scores in it. I bet you thought I was crazy giving you used pencils and popsicle sticks. But this will create these little, kind of like little books. I put candy in it. Or I found a thing of Sanka. Who knew it even existed anymore? But so that's what these little things create. So, oh, I chose the wrong color, white. But you could, so you can cut wrapping paper and put it over the top. That's what I'll do on this one. Or you can tear it. That's what I tore that one. So, because I can't really put a white snowman on this. So for these, we need to pick ribbon, and it needs to be cut long enough that it goes around your project, whatever you want to call these things. And then long enough so that you can tie it if you want to. And so what I would do is lay the ribbon across. You can actually take one of the little glue dots, because it doesn't really matter if the ribbon doesn't cover the glue dot completely, because you're going to put the wrapping paper or the snowman or whatever on top of it. So just put a little glue dot down there. Do one on the back too, just to keep them in place. Okay. And then we'll just glue this on here, however you kind of want to do it. And this one can get glued all the way around too. Just glue it there and wherever you want. Or like I did on this one, I did 2 circles to make a snowman. And it's nice to have the little glue to hold it down. Or you can always put paper on the back of this too. Some fancy thing or a sticker or whatever you want. You turn it over, and because you've scored it, it'll fold easily. And you can tie this up, and inside you can choose to put candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Or any of these things that we've, hand wipes, because our new normal is, we get excited now when we get gels and stuff. And this bag of tea is a little bit big for this one, but if you had a smaller bag of tea or a gift card, and I would just take one of the small glue dots. Well, that's a big dot. Or the big ones, whatever you're putting in here, doesn't. But just put a glue dot on the back of whatever you're going to put in there and glue it so that it's, oh, I just squished that candy. And then you can just tie it up. And it's another simple, it could be a place setting. You could,
Yeah. Hold that up to the camera a little bit so we can see it.
yeah. So this
Oh,
one's
that's darling.
the
Yeah.
one. And you can, you can draw a little face, you can draw a little coal things on there. You could write messages around here. It could
Sweet.
be kind of a fun little place setting. You could write everybody's name on the top of it and have it at their place
Sure.
for a meal or whatever.
So now my question is, what are we going to do with this?
So that got a bunch of triangles and sticks.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's next and last. So these are going to be trees.
Oh, cute.
So, and I did this project with my nieces and nephews. This one of those yogurt jars, that fancy stuff that comes in glass jars that we decoupaged the outside of. And then we made a bunch of little trees, and there's styrofoam in there, or you can use beans or rice or whatever. So we have a little forest. So these trees, these are now trees. They're not triangles. And all you need to do is, and this is another thing where you can make a lot of different choices. You can just cut straight across. So I just cut these ones all straight across and then glued each piece with a little bit of space between them. You can also tear them so that you have a fun edge, which is what I don't know why, I just really like the torn look a lot. So then I just tear them however, a little ways apart. Or pinking shears. I don't know, I really like to use them on paper. I don't care how many times people yell at me about it. And with these, you could do them two-sided, as long as you tore them at the same, like tore them together or cut them together.
Yeah.
So you can have it on both sides. But then, yeah, you just take a stick, and I think I would use the small glue dots. Just put one of the small glue dots on the top of the stick for your top of your tree. And then I think I would do the other ones in the middle of the paper, because I don't know exactly where on the stick I'm going to want it. So just put it on a piece of paper, move it down a little bit, glue it right there on your stick. In the middle of the paper, glue it on your stick. These are stir sticks for coffee.
Darling.
I recycle everything. Or, well, a friend of mine gave me a whole box of them that I didn't even need for anything. But she knew I'd find a project for them.
What a great idea.
So this gives you a fun tree.
Very fun. Craft therapy at the TeleCafe.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I was just going to say, would anyone like to share one of their finished projects on their screen? That's always kind of fun. Little show and tell. Heather? It's pretty quiet.
Nope. Sorry. I was trying to get unmuted.
Oh, cute.
There's my
cute.
You
little.
did the
Oh, you
snowman.
put a star up there? Oh, cute.
Very cute.
And these, again, would, and you can put like the little stars and stuff on them, like,
To decorate your tree. Mhm.
Yeah. I have one tree that I made with my nieces and nephews that we decorated with little dots and a star,
Oh.
and then just put a ribbon at the bottom of them. We also made trees with just ribbon.
Oh, hold that up a little bit more. Oh, yeah, how clever.
And then this kind of sparkly, whatever, wiry.
The ribbon one reminds me of, what is it, a Charlie
Charlie
Brown tree?
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
And these could, again, I keep going back to place settings, you could write somebody's name, and this is, it could be a teacup, it can be a baby food jar, or any kind of jar, or any kind of a small box or whatever, and then fill it with beans or rice, and
Darling.
place settings for everybody around your holiday table or whatever. But yeah, no, so I just have this little growing forest here.
Well, there's something really terrific about spending time doing something creative and making things with your hands that are fun.
Yeah.
I think it really lifts people's spirits, and it's sure a nice way to spend a rainy afternoon
Yeah.
with you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share? Pretty quiet group today, but that's all right too.
And I just put a whole bunch of pieces together. So if you guys wanted to make more of the things, you could.
Lots of good ideas. Thank you so much. Lots of good ideas.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
great. Did you hear, Kathy? Somebody just said lots of good ideas.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
Me.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And I use up a lot of leftover stuff or.
It doesn't have to cost a lot. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I love like these little things because they're just fun to give to somebody. You know, it doesn't cost a lot of money and it's just a little piece of candy, but it's just kind of a little pick me up maybe.
Right. It's like a surprise. It's like,
Yeah.
And I always think something handmade and given to me, I really feel is special because someone's taken the time and you know that they were thinking of you while they created it. Yeah.
And I know, well, this year, of course, life is different for all of us, but
Yes.
generally speaking, I have a niece and a nephew. They're 9 now. I'm a little disturbed, but we would get together and make, like, say these or those for the holidays, and the kids would practice writing everybody's name. You know, and sometimes they had a little box with a turkey in front of it, and they wrote all our names on the turkeys and filled the back with little trinkets or candy kisses usually. You know, and it was just fun spending that time with the kids, and the kids were just so proud of themselves and gave everybody one for the holiday or whatever we were doing. So the funnest for me is getting some time with the kids doing these things.
Right. And those make memories that they'll remember long into their life.
Yeah.
It makes for special times. Well, we've gotten a comment. Thank you so much, everyone, from one of our attendees. And on behalf of the Senior Center, Kathy, and everybody that's joined us today, we want to say a great big thank you for sharing your creativity and your fun ideas.
Oh, you're welcome.
And hopefully we might have you back for another time.
Yeah.
After the new year, right. Well, let's wish everybody, as Ginny just said to everybody, thank you, happy holidays to everyone. And that's exactly what I was just going to say. These holidays are different, but we still hope for peace and joy and some happiness during this time.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Well, we'll sign off. It's 3:00 and hope to see you back at the Zoom TeleCafe in 2021.
Can't even believe it's almost 2021.
I know.
Thanks, Kathy.
It's wild.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining.